peeps, it's Andercon, and I'm just waiting on the stream to actually start. You know how sometimes you'll try to start something up and it'll just sit there for a while? I'm just making sure it actually works, because sometimes it's a little derpy, and it doesn't always pop up when you want it to pop up. In the meantime, I have actually a fairly active amount of chat going on here today. That's an improvement and very nice. I enjoyed that very much. Thank you guys for stopping by. And remember, these streams is going to be every week, Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Currently, we're in Eastern Daylight Time instead of Standard. But good luck figuring out exactly what time that actually pops up in your particular time zone. I hope you can figure that out without too much trouble. I think we're in like +5, probably, if you go by the numbers, I think. So anyway, today we've got, well, let me go screw with my software here. It's seen, there we go, Brothers, Tale of Two Sons. And I gotta move my window over here. I do believe this kills out the audio every time I get out of the window focus. It's unfortunate that that's the case, but oh well, what can you do? So anyway, today's the third video of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, and we're gonna pick up from where we were at before. We're actually about to go into one of my favorite parts of this game, because the puzzles I'm about to do, I really like. I consider... What was that? Big brother here was flipping something out when it came in. That was weird looking. Alright, so if you remember where we were at last time, we were up on this weird cliffy area with a huge castle nearby, and we happened to tie each other together. So we're going to continue on from there. Of course, I don't know how exactly my volume level is and everything, so if it needs turned up or something, somebody let me know in the comments or something. Speaking of which, I'm going to check comments real quick, because they've been flying by, and also got to move the window open over a little bit. Alright, so people say it's 6 p.m. there, that's good. Law. Zach Cloud, stop responding to things before he says them. Oh, yeah, she's kind of got a little bit of a heads up on what I say, maybe, if she listens really intently, because she's actually in the same house I am. Anyway, there we go. Let's continue. Alright, I gotta remember how to play this. Okay, 2 triggers here. Let's get these people apart. So, these two being tied together is going to introduce a very different and interesting mechanic that wasn't here before. To where I demonstrated last time, they gotta swing off of each other and grab a hold of stuff. Now this does require a bit of gymnastics in the finger department. And I gotta remember the right person to let go of. So it's actually a bit tough to do this in a way. You gotta think about what you're doing. I actually have something I wish to talk about today, if I manage to get to a place that is acceptable to do so, that it doesn't require a whole lot of concentration. What I wanted to talk about today was something I was remembering from my school days. Alright, that worked out pretty good. Yeah, notice what I'm doing here is kind of interrupting my speech a bit because it's sensitive, so I might hold off for a minute until I get to a little bit different area. Or you can just deal with me kind of chopping up what I'm trying to say in the middle of it. Alright, let's do it like this. Unfortunately, a younger brother is able to hold on to the older brother fairly well. Surprising he doesn't pull him right off doing this, but oh well, because he doesn't weigh too much. So anyway, what I was thinking about talking about today had to do with the way school is structured. Now, I know a lot of people in my audience are still in school, and a lot of them are still out of school. But what I'm about to say, that's not going to matter, because it's going to be useful to you regardless of where you're at today. It could be used in college or even in the workplace, or even if you wanted to remember things better or learn a new skill. Now, when I was in school, I honestly felt like most of the time, uh, like I was just being babysat, and that they could have done a much better job at actually teaching people things if they went about it differently. Uh, Now, the reason why I say that is when I was in school, I went to the library, and the school had a fairly decent library in it. And I found this one, like a couple books on there about memory techniques. And after reading some of the stuff in that book, uh, if school was structured more around improving, like using some of those memory techniques in the coursework, it would severely make schoolwork so much easier, and school itself would be much more effective. You likely wouldn't have to go to school as many years as you do now. Uh, so I always considered the way school is right now as nearly being babysat. Now, if they changed their tactics a bit, uh, they wouldn't have to waste your time learning the same junk year after year. Like, I don't know how many times I had social studies over the years. uh, but anyway, in the book there were various techniques on various techniques on how to remember things easier. Uh, there was several different ways to do it. For instance, they talked about the way memory works. For instance, you've got your short-term, medium-term, and long-term kind of memory. And they mentioned how you would best get your memory, like a particular piece of information, from the short-term into the long-term memory. Now, school itself was always, it seemed to be structured around the short-term memory. You learned something one week, and you only needed to learn it long enough to use it in a test, and then it was worthless after that, and usually forgotten. I never remember anything after that. I probably shouldn't have got up there that far. All right. So it seems like school only cared about short-term memory long enough to pass a test. Now that basically makes the information you learn at school more or less worthless, because you're not going to remember most of it very long at all. Like, you might want the information 10 years later, and possibly get a job, or maybe just for trivia, and it's not there. It's not accessible because school failed to really stick it in your long-term memory. Now, how you go about doing that, at least the book detailed, and this is a book I read 15 years ago, and I still remember some of it, and I have a bad memory most of the time for most things these days. But the way the book said it worked had to do with repetition in such a manner at a specific time. You had to get that particular piece of information and study it the first time, and then you'd have to review it briefly later that day, and that would help you stick it in short-term memory pretty easily. And then you would review it once again next day, and then I think once 3 to 5 days later, and once a week or so later, and then once a month or so later, and then it was usually stuck in your head and you could remember it permanently. Now, schools, if they would just do that, it would make school a lot easier, and you wouldn't have to take the same classes year after year. Like, how many times do you really need to learn U.S. presidents or general history over and over and over? Until it sticks, supposedly. Well, it's the school's own fault for it not sticking in the first place, you know. They just aren't doing things right. Now, there was other things, too, that was useful. For instance, how the heck do I get up here? Maybe I had to go to the ledge. Yeah, I think so. There was another useful technique. In their example, they showed how it was easy to learn another language if you used a particular kind of technique. You could also just generally learn other things this way, too. It had to do with word association and images. The particular example was how to say grapefruit in French. The word is pamplemousse. I don't know if I'm saying that exactly right, but I don't have any French friends or anything that could tell me that. Except maybe Rob. I don't know if he knows French or not. We never discuss it. Anyway, how you would remember that easily was if you take the word pamplemousse and take what it sounds like in English. Think of, just imagine, get a picture in your head of a moose with a bad pimple outbreak. And since it's in French, you could do something like, oh, give him like a striped shirt, or he's wearing a baguette or something. Or maybe they got the Eiffel Tower in the background or something. And then stick a grapefruit in his mouth, and you'd remember, hey, pamplemousse is a moose with pimples, and it means grapefruit. So, I mean, that's something I learned and remembered since I was like, I don't know, 13 or 14, and I've only read it once. Just because it was so easy to remember, and the method that they told me how to remember it. I only read the book one time, and I guess it was written well enough that I could actually remember some of the useful bits and pieces out of it. Another couple of handful of little skills that could be useful to you if you want to go into college or if you're still in high school has a lot to do with note taking. I got this one book about memory maps. And it was a different way to take notes. It was really interesting. Uh, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Probably has nothing to do with the game at this point, but kind of filler info. Hey, check that out. There's some bird of some sort in there. There's a very large bed. Wow, look at the size of that. I'm apparently staying on a trap door of sorts, but I can't seem to do anything with it. Oh, hey, there's a book here. I never noticed this. Oh, he's checking it out. I think I think that's a bird and a bird wing and a bird head sitting here. Well, I don't know what's on this right-hand page the Big Brother is on. I can't tell what that is. Maybe a ferret. I don't know. That poor bird. He seems so sad. So anyway, the book was about memory maps, and it was a different way to take notes. Now, normally, when I was taking notes in school, they'd have a whole bunch of random junk up on the chalkboard, and they tend to have like blanks in it, and they'd go through the class and say, hey, fill in these blanks, and it had something to do with history or something like that, or maybe it was in health class and they were talking about different internal organs and stuff. But it was generally like a blank set of notes, like a sentence, and this is what this particular item is, or this was the particular person that went and fought this war. But, it'd be laid out in a sentence structure over and over. Now, simply enough, just writing down those notes in your own handwriting can help you remember it, and it helps even more if you like write it out a second time very, very neatly. And one time I was struggling in a class to remember stuff, so I went through the trouble to write out the notes a second time real neatly, and it actually worked really good. I got full A's in that class that semester. And then I got lazy. And then after that, I didn't do so good. But 100% on the tests, no problem, just with that one simple technique. But there's better techniques even. The memory map, for instance, is a new way to take notes. Actually, it's pretty old now, but it's a way to take notes. How's that? Oh, brother can't get in there. He's too big. He's too fat. All right, I'll just do this with little brother. So with the memory map, you take the main subject and stick it in the center of the page, just like it'd be a couple words, whatever the main subject was. And then you'd circle that, and you'd draw a line out to a bubble that contained either a supporting piece of information or a subtopic of it. Either one would work. How do I do this? Oh, okay, like this. There we go. And then if you had more subtopics or more supporting information, you would stick it in another bubble hanging off of that particular piece of information or start new subtopics and things. But it was basically a way to a different way to organize your information. Uh, that way, if you wanted to see the structure of something complicated, you could do it. It's probably really useful in things like programming. Let me figure out what these two want to do with this guy. Oh, he's petting him. That thing looks like it's been through some stuff. I mean, he's kind of bloodied up and things. Look, there's blood on the floor. His wing's a little bit bloody. This poor guy has been through some real stuff. Like, a bad time. Oh, look at that. That poor Griffin. But he's going to give us a ride. Ah. Well, let's go ahead and enjoy this. I'm going to take a quick break from talking. Flapping my gums in your general direction. That poor Griffin. We gave it its freedom and it helped, but it was just too much for it. They ever mention this is a sad game? Oh, he's remembering something. Time with his father. I used to go fishing with my dad a lot. I need to do it some more. I also used to go fishing with my grandfather. I like doing that. Occasionally we'd catch things. Occasionally. Sometimes I'd catch a 2-foot catfish. Sometimes I'd catch a dinosaur, plastic, wrapped around the end of my fishing line. My grandfather did that. He got a plastic toy and threw it out in there when I wasn't looking. And it's told me I had a big catch, and I reeled it in. It's like, oh, what the heck is this? I got a dinosaur. What the hell? Oh, my grandfather. He'd like to joke around sometimes. I enjoyed that. That poor Griffin. Probably one of the last of its kind. Ah, get out of the way, big bro. They're just paying their respects. Now, one time I actually went fishing with my mom and my grandfather, and I caught a perch. Now, if you've never seen a perch, it's a pink fish. The thing was about a foot and a half long, and I thought it was pretty, so my mom dared me to kiss it, and I did. I kissed a perch. I think she might have took a picture of me doing that. I'm not sure. I don't remember if I mentioned that before. Oh well. It was just such a pretty fish. I ended up letting it go back into the river. I don't really care to hurt those too much. But though, to be honest, these days fish and meat in general is so expensive. I'd consider it worth it going fishing and keeping the fish for the meat. Oh, and by the way, if any of you people are a little on the queasier side or don't like the sight of blood or occasional missing limbs, you may not want to watch this next part. The brothers would be fine. It's just obviously very large bodies littering the landscape around here because there appears to have been some kind of war very recently fought by some giants. That's some freaky stuff going on here. Oh, well, that's not too bad. Oh, got some hawk and vultures around here. But you're going to end up with weird puzzles like this, you know? I'm going to be dragging dead bodies out of the way and things. It's kind of neat how his hands kind of move across the landscape there. And it's a pretty good physics going on here. There's some blunt-ass huge blade there. Beats the heck out of Zack's sword from... Cloud's sword from... Final Fantasy series. I think it was Final Fantasy VII. That was a great game if you ever get to play it. It's just really old. Ah, gross. Just walking through the blood. Is there any way out of this, or do I gotta go down? I guess I gotta go down. Don't drown. There we go. I don't recommend drinking the water around here right now. With all the corpsiness sitting around, it's probably not a good thing. Not in that way. Let's see. Hey, toes, look at that. Tickle, 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 tickle. That poor giant. Let's see. Can you throw him up there today? Yes, he can. There we go. And now I gotta do this puzzle a different way than usual. Let's see. Let's go over here and hop on. So, anyway, I think I said about all I was going to say on the memory stuff for school and things. So, if you ever have trouble remembering things in school, or you want to easily pass your tests or something, with probably the minimal amount of effort, go ahead and get a book or two on memory techniques and things, and you'll really be able to help your own self out fairly easily with that. It makes school a lot easier. Now, to be honest, I think school needs to be completely restructured and have those kind of things built into the coursework, but it seems like they're not currently interested in doing that kind of stuff. I mean, seriously, I used to watch, it was a show, I don't remember what the show was, but there was a guy that could remember 100 things, like 100 different items in order, because he used memory techniques, and he did it like the complete remembering process and the recalling process on camera in real time right there, because he was able to use the techniques. So there's some really good stuff you can do with that. That's probably about all I'm going to say about that for now. So in other words, you guys got something else you want me to talk about? Let me know. I gotta figure out what to do here. Well, look at this giant axe. Well, things are about to get gory, I can tell you that much right now. Okay, let's figure out how to get up here. Alright, I think this will work. Alright, I'm gonna go chop off a leg and then I'll check the comments. This is disgusting. It's probably gonna, well, this is probably gonna about be the worst part. I recommend looking away right about now, you know. I'll let you know when you can look again. As soon as they, man, these people are real slow at pushing this guy's hand. Alright, here it goes. And disgusting. Alright, don't look yet. Don't look. Oh god. Alright, safer to look now, I think. Well then. Hey, check it out, there's a vulture over there just pulling away at this guy. Gross. Well, we have another bench sitting here to enjoy the view, but I don't know if this is a view you'd standardly enjoy, to be honest. I mean, it's pretty gross around here. Hey, it looks like we got something going on down there. If you look real closely, there's a whole bunch of people waving their arms. And it's like little rivers of blood going in there. Huh. We'll go and take a look at that, I guess. Things are about to get weird. Of course, this game is pretty weird. Oh well. Oh yeah, I was gonna check the comments. Let me go do that real quick. Alright, looks like it was a bit of a stuff going on here. I'll go up a little bit. Sings, I kissed a fish and I liked it. The taste of it is salty. It actually came out of the river, so really it's more like slimy. Alright, corpsiness. Still better than the Ohio River water. Oh, yeah, well, that bloody water out there is pretty gross. Let's see. Wow, giant gore, and here I am eating breakfast. Poor Zach Cloud. Best show in elementary school. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Oh, yeah. I loved that. Well, we had like a show called what was it called? One, I don't know, something one or one in the morning. It was very brief in our school. Uh, Axe plus leg equals fun. Beekman's World for the win. I don't remember what that was about. Yeah, they're talking about Beekman's World. Actually, I think I did see that. I think they were both science shows. Alright, I gotta figure out how to get this corpse out of the way. And then I gotta search for something else to talk about. uh, let's go over here, I think. Oh, hey, look at that. A giant crossbow. Did I ever mention this area is going to be a little on the gross side? Yeah, I gotta go shoot somebody. Once again, if you don't like to see this kind of thing, look away. I'll let you know when the body hits the floor. Somebody's got to pull the trigger. Might as well be older brother. Yeah. That's gross. It's kind of like taking a giant log. Actually, an entire, it's like taking a telephone pole and throwing it at somebody. That's gonna leave quite the hole. Alright, I suppose you could look back again. I guess. Oh, he's got a wheel on his crotch. Look at that. Yeah, I guess that wheel's driving him nuts. Driving his nuts. I could have set that joke up a little better. Oh well. That's kind of a play on an old joke about a sailor. Actually, it was a pirate that had, let's see, what is it called? The one wheel you drive the ship with. He had one of those stuck, like, on his belt or something. And he walks into a bar, and the bartender asks him, what's up with the steering wheel on your crotch? And he's like, it be driving me nuts. Of course, you could set that up even better than that. One time, I think it was on Reddit, I seen this long tale of that. It was like really well written, entire page long. So you could, yeah, gross. I think somebody had that time of month, I tell you. You know, red tides of March going on here. Gross. I'm covered in blood. All sorts of weird stuff going on down there. So here's a pot. It's not smoking, but I don't know what the significance of that is, but there's a pot there apparently. If you see this particular cave painting, which I'm trying to get into focus, but it ain't helping. You see some people, and let's see if I can. Come on, you. Work with me, camera. Don't work against me. Over here. Pay attention to that wall. If you look closely, you see people, and there's also spiders. That's gonna come into the game shortly enough. Well, it might be a little while, but in a while it'll come to be part of the game here. So I gotta see what's going on down here. Oh, they got some lady here. Got her strung up. This is some big candles, I tell you. All sorts of crazy stuff going on down here. Oh, look at that. There's a giant spider in the floor. That's what the blood's about. Huh. Anyway, let's go ahead and see if we can save this lady. Alright. Had to make sure everything was working and focused and stuff. Okay, so it looks like somebody said something in the comments. I'm going to check that out just a second. I'm going to get over here. Alright, comment time, real quick. Dad, so how was your day, sons? We got shot and chopped up a bunch. We shot and chopped up a bunch of dead bodies and swam in the blood. Dad, did I really raise you guys? Maybe, maybe not. Oh, jeez. And somebody mentioned my pun. Oh, I love puns. Oh yeah, that's something else to talk about. I recently found out that there is a pun contest in Texas every year. I'd love to go see that. They give out prizes and stuff for the best puns and things, and they'll have like pun battles and like a pun story. I actually wanted to do something like a pun story on camera once, but I just never managed to pull it off, or never did it. It could happen one day. I don't know what these guys are trying to pull, but they're apparently trying to pull something or other. How are we fooling anybody? I don't know. Certainly not fooling me. We'd be fooling the crap out of all these people. Like, oh god, look at that! I'm being worshipped here. I feel like Rob's around. Alright, let's go ahead and get this lady down. Run! Run! They're like, oh god! They just tricked us. Get out of here quick! Bloody trail everywhere. Lock them in. Why the heck do they have the lock on that side of the gate? I don't know, but it was to our particular benefit. So this is an interesting looking cave. So we managed to save this chick. That's good news. And shortly coming up, there is going to be another achievement-y thing that I missed the first time. I've got a pretty good idea where it is this time through. So I don't know what's going to be happening shortly after I do it. So she's just letting her check the map. She's like, yeah, go this way. Hey, there's a boat and everything. How convenient. Oh, let's hop in if we can. Oh, I gosh, I have to hit a button to get him to hop in. And we're going to be rowing our boat gently down the stream. Merrily, merrily, merrily. Life is just but a complete and utter catastrophe in usual quantities. All. Try not to get skewered by stalactites and such. And this area is rather pretty. It's snowy and rocky, and it's got some mountains in the back. Still got some blood in the water, because, you know, look at that giant pile of period blood going on there. So this is what happens after a shower during that time of month, you know. I'm actually going to see what happens if I go through this. Let's see if I can go through that. It may not let me. No. Alright, let's try to go through this. I'm quite well aware I'm supposed to go the other direction, but I'm going this way because I can. What's this? So this is what I missed the first time around. I still don't know what's going on here. Achievement unlocked, behind the curtain. Okay. Is that it? I don't really know if I've seen anything useful at all there, but let me back up. Okay. I don't know if I can do anything here, especially since it started with me with the boat looking the other direction, but I'll just go take a look real quick, see if I can pop out of here or not. I don't even know. Let's see. There's no dock or anything. I think we're just going to stand there and dance around. I can't quite say I know what's going on there besides some ritual, but... Alright, well, I guess that's it there for that. Get out of here and get turned around. I'm facing the wrong direction. Backward. Alright. Yeah, smack into everything on the way out. Hung up on the rock? No. Okay, there we go. I just flip around here. And there we go. Alright. Lots of comments this time around. I'm gonna have to check comments again. Alright, somebody laughed at somebody else's joke. Probably mine. Oh, the red tide. Yep. They should be worshipping the woman for giving them sacred blood every month instead of sacrificing her. Ew. Period jokes. Disgusting. Alright, I had to also change my view to make my recording software show me how long I've been recording. According to this, 38 minutes. It's probably way off, but oh well. Actually, I think it is off because I actually probably told this thing to start like a couple minutes before actually telling YouTube to start, so... I wonder if I'd accidentally made some of my previous recordings significantly shorter by mistake. I think I did. Now, there appears to be something swimming underneath of us. I see a tail wagging around down there. So we're not exactly alone here. Aliens. Oh, don't mind me. No, that is one crazy fish, or whale in this particular case. Pretty neat. Honestly, I'd love to see different life forms like that. Stuff that's unusual. It reminds me of looking through like magazines or occasional video clips of deep sea diving in the ocean. I'd see all sorts of weird life down there, like. Seriously, that should have broken the boat. I mean, I think it literally clipped through me there. I don't know if I can get through here or if I should go elsewhere. Alright. So anyway, as I was saying, before I was incredibly rudely interrupted by a whale, I like looking through magazines or see videos of deep undersea life because some of the really weird things you see down there just you don't see anywhere else. There's strange jellyfish with bioluminescence. There's a lot of different fish with what they call bioluminescence, and that's just their tissue produces light sometimes, like they'll flash or they'll stay bright colored all the time. And a lot of them will change their colors significantly, and it'll be really pretty. A lot of them have weird and interesting body shapes that you don't see anywhere else, too. Alright, I gotta figure out... Okay, I'm probably gonna go this way, I guess, since I don't see any whales there, so let's get around here. Their waves are pushing me a bit. Big brother keeps screaming. Poor guy. Scared by the whales. Oh, here we go. Oh, jeez. Ah. Yeah, I just got pushed up against the side. A pretty game. To be honest, I'm rather hot at the moment since summer finally started. And seeing this cool landscape, it's nice and refreshing in a way. Just imagine that cold breeze right there, washing over you. I could use it with a cold breeze right now. Maybe a cold drink while I'm at it. It's hot in here. I got the door closed and everything, and the air conditioner is in the other room. Alright, well, finally made it to shore. And she gonna pull in the boat. She's pretty strong. She got the beef. Alright, now we got to do some iceberg hopping. Try not to cause anything to slam into the Titanic or anything here, you know. Slippery landscape. I feel like I'm playing an ice level on Super Mario World 3. Hello? Bro, come on. There you go. She's fast. There we go. That's that for that mess. And now to climb to hill and see if there's anything good up here. There's a little turtle upside down on its back over there. She got some moves. Whoa, look at the size of that turtle. Dang. Well, let's take a little detour. See what we got over here. Now that's cute. Alright. Another little puzzle with both brothers of carrying things around. Now, see if I can find a stew pot to throw this guy in. No, nah, there's no stew pots. However, there is a little slide right there. So, let me get these guys on the right side. Whoosh. And just chuck him down over here. He's covering his face. That's so cute. And I don't think we're done yet. Oh, yeah, there's another one. Alright, bro. Throw me up there. There we go. There's only one of them this time. I can just give him a push. That works. There's something or other off in the distance. Sounds like trumpety mess. I don't know what that's about. Alright, this brother here. Brother there. Alright, would you like to go head first this time? Oh, okay, hey now, head first. There we go. I like turtles. They're really cool. I never owned a turtle as a kid, not for very long. Like, I'd find them sometimes and make keep them for a day or two, but always let them go. Sometimes I'd find snapping turtles. You don't want to mess with those things. And we did something or other. Helped out the big turtle mom. That thing's got a frozen shell. It's always good to do a good deed. Too bad it's digital. Oh well. Hello. Then we gotta go figure out where that lady went. She's over here somewheres, I'm sure. So, still nobody really gave me a good subject to talk about. I know my wife mentioned, hey, talk about tits. I'm like, no, I ain't gonna do that. My wife's a troll. A big troll. She trolls everybody. I wonder if I've talked about that much before. Probably. Several times, I suspect. One time I had her call up Lowe's and asked for cock blocks. That was pretty funny. She also called up Home Depot asking for cock blocks, but I didn't have any. Neither did Lowe's, but you know, at least Lowe's took it well. Then, actually, like a couple weeks ago on Reddit, I seen a picture of cock blocks. I'm like, really? Cock blocks. Hilarious. So we gotta figure out how to get over there. Jeez. I must have had one really bad sudden blizzard here. Look at this. People are frozen stiff. These aren't ice sculptures. I don't think. Oh, hey, look, another bench. Wow, mid-swing. Seriously, he froze solid mid-swing. How does this happen? I don't know. Anyway, we get a nice view of where we were before. So that's down there is where all the whales were at. I wonder if any of them will jump. Yep. Hey, we get a show! That was cool. He sat there and howled. Oh, hey, there's like walls and stuff, and maybe a town over there. Try not to hit anybody, they might fall apart. And obviously there is a stall here, so let's get at it. I wonder if I can pull this out. No, it's not going to let me pull it out. Probably not until the log itself is cut. So this is how you make ammunition for the giants, you know. You cut down a tree, take off some branches, and then stick some big rock on the end and maybe some feathers if you got some big enough. And then suddenly you can stick that in a crossbow and shoot somebody in the face with it. It's good to use these already dead trees. There's a lot less you have to do to them, you know. Gotta make myself a bridge. It's always good to build bridges. I don't like burning them. Burning bridges is never a good thing. She's agile. Jeez, look at that. Did a flip and everything, man. She got some skill. You know, you should join a circus, lady. I actually used to be fairly agile when I was young. I even, at a summer camp, they even had a little gymnastics course I was in once. I just thought I'd try it, since I was real flexible and loved to move around a lot. They also had some interesting course I did one time. There was something like a group obstacle course where you had to climb these certain walls. They were way too tall to climb by yourself, and you had to get like 3 people over them. And you had to do different things to get up there. There's a whole army here that froze solid. How'd they not see the blizzard coming? Well, we got a trebuchet or something like that here. Let's see what we got going on. Big bro, can you do anything with this? You're like, stuff. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, people, but you're probably all dead anyway. They just broke in half and everything. Look at that. That's messed up. You're really gonna have me shoot you into town? Seriously. Alright. That's the way you want it. Whee! That would really hurt on the fall, I tell you that. I wonder if I can throw little brother in there. That'd be hilarious. Really? You're gonna let me do that? You're kidding me. Let's see. Okay, I had to hold a button. Whee! That's pretty funny. I didn't actually expect that, even though I played the game before. I forgot. And grind my joystick again. Alright, that should work. And climb through the bars. Now we're all separated again. Seems to happen a lot. Oh. So that's why nobody ever sees a Yeti. They're invisible. Well then, that explains everything. Maybe Bigfoot's invisible too. Alright, well, we literally have a puzzle going on the right. Well, a balancing act going on. And a lot of nothing going on in the left. And I guess a little bit of climbing going on over here. Do a bit of this. Now somehow we gotta get that lady over here. I don't really see any good way to do that. But she appears to be Spider-Man, so she took care of herself. Did I ever mention you should be like an acrobatic kind of lady? Yeah, she got some beef and skills. Oh, quick, hide. Be very, very quiet. Oops. Don't worry, the smell might drive him away. I'm running. Run for your life. Save yourselves. Now what do you want us to do? Don't jump, lady. Maybe I can give you a push. Oh, you jumped yourself. Oh, okay. Wow, look at that view. Oh, there's a lighthouse off in the distance and everything. Quite a lot of town. Hey, look. More people that froze dead. Let's play charades or something. Oh, jeez. Dinner! Woo! Run! Nice of them to block off the street to make sure we can't go that way. Did I ever mention the game is a little on the linear side? Or a lot on the linear side? Hey, let's just throw ourselves down a well. It'll be fun. Alright, well, anyway. What's up? Oh, there he comes. He's just stomping all over the village. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And there goes the house. Run. Save yourselves. Now, the first time I did this section, I ended up having to do it like 3 times. Because of this. Because of that specifically. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I seem to have trouble getting this particular part to work. So, expect to be here for a few minutes. It won't take that long. It's like a real short thing anyway. But you may be seeing this scene several times. Hopefully not, but you never know. It may depend on if I accidentally have the brothers trip over themselves. Will he make it? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe. Aha! It only took twice. And he falls. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Wahaha. That reminds me of what my stepfather used to say. He used to say that a lot. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Oh, suddenly there's a romance going on here. The reason why he said that is because he was a 2nd or 3rd dan black belt in judo, and he was kind of a little on the shorter side. So he always felt like he had it easy every time there was a much taller or bigger person there. Mostly because he was very good at taking out their legs, right out from under them. So he had a lot of experience with making big people fall to their knees. He was really good at it. He had his own dojo and everything. Alright, now somebody said, hey Andercon, I made it in the comments. Let's go check that out. Actually, there's a scene going on here. I'll check out the comments in just a moment. Like, no, don't go in there. Like, do you really think this lady lives in a hole? Maybe she does. It seems to be a dangerous land, but why is she leading us this way? I think older brother wants some. Yeah! Alright, well, quick. Comments. Time for comments. Yeti invisible? Run for your lives. That lady should get her own parkour game, totally. Frozen dinner. Sup, Andercon made it. Hey, Drads. Welcome to my stream. Sorry we hadn't talked much lately, but give me a shout on Skype later if you want. Dread is somebody I did the last Ultra Hardcore with. And yeah, you should check out his and mine videos on the subject if you get a chance. Let's see. The boy got killed quick, yeah. She's running off to star in the game Mirror's Edge. Hilarious. Alright, well, that's all the comments. So, let's crawl down into this deep, dark hole with a stranger. That seems to be leading us down here. And that's quite the omen sitting up there, I tell you. I wonder if I can jump in that hole and go up there. I don't really know. Let's see what I can do. Can you, big brother, go up there? No. How about little brother? Can you? No. It's eggs and everything. Uh-oh. Oh, geez, crazy lady. Oh, God. Sudden personality change. Oh, geez. Creepy? Never mentioned creepy, by the way. Creepy! Oh god! Holy carp! Where did she get the buttocks from? It grew real big in a hurry. Wow. She put on some weight. Never tell your woman that. It'll never go well. So, this explains the parkour and the mad skills and the superhuman strengths you happen to have had. So, now what? Oh, this is what. Swing, baby, swing. Wee, ho, carp. Oh no! Oh! Oh. This is gonna be kind of gross. Ripping legs off. Ew. So this is, I guess, a boss battle of sorts. And it's just gonna go one leg at a time, you know. That's pretty gross, but oh well. Hey, we got a giant head crab zombie now. That's what she looks like, sort of. And there we go. Now, one leg at a time, I suppose. Bothers to climb over her to pull the leg off. It's not much of a boss battle, to be honest. Especially now that she's having a lot for time getting around. She's gonna be really slow now. She's looking like a little down, tired, not doing too well. Yeah, that'll teach you to eat us. Let's see here. Smack. And pull. And skewer. That's poison, by the way. And that's quite the stomach wound. Well, there's revenge for you. He must be telepathic. Sometimes that happens. Old man just pops out of his bed. Oh God, what the hell has just happened? Somebody's dying. I can feel it in my bones. He shouldn't be up, old man. Lay back down. He ain't doing good. I must save my sons. There's nothing you can do to help. You're miles and miles away. And suddenly, she was a keystone boss. The place is falling apart for no apparent reason. But, that's the way it goes. We gotta drag this guy around. Yo, bro. Sucks when you get hit in the gut. That's what love is. Sometimes love hurts. They just stab you in the heart. Oh, I'm glad I hadn't had that kind of trouble. Oh, jeez. Sudden avalanche. And a big hole. I can kind of steer these guys around, but it's kind of like on rails. There's nowhere to really go. That definitely couldn't have been good for the stomach wound, I tell you that. I'd be laying down for the next half hour, or maybe the next forever, after that mess. Oh, hey, look at that! This tree we needed to find. Ah. Well, looks like we may be ending the stream today, because we're pretty close to the end. That's a pretty tree. It's very gray. I wonder if somebody needs to water it more. Well, if anybody's got a full bladder, we could help out a little bit, you know? Well, they got over there really quick. Must have sprinted off camera. No wonder he's in so much pain. Look at that. That was super fast. He's bleeding. Here, take this. You gotta get something or other off this tree and give it to your dad. Come on. He's like, stay right here. I ain't moving anywhere. I ain't going anywhere, man. Wow, look at that landscape. Too bad you have to see it on such circumstance, you know? Possible desperate situations. That's even hollow on the inside. That's pretty neat. Oh, up in front of us there, you can see the hole we came out of. Oh, wow. A little bit of a tight squeeze right here. Looks like I'm staring off into the cosmos. When you look down, you're supposed to see like ground or ocean, not space. But occasionally, apparently there's space down there. A lot of stars. Okay, there's a thing to climb here. Huh, I'm just really curious. It looks like I can climb down this. Nope, it won't let me climb down. Okay. Just wanted to see, because it kind of looked like I could do it. Oh well. Oh hey, it's a giant bird's nest. I don't know if I want to meet the bird that nests in that. I might be dinner. I like going out for dinner, but not being dinner, you know. Invite me for dinner anytime you want, as long as I'm not the meal, you know. So, this is what we spend the entire journey to get. Some sort of blue water and some sort of tree. It was quite the journey to get here. Yeah, look, it looks like there's a huge hole for me to throw myself down. Well, it's always nice to just, you know, throw yourself down a hole, especially if you didn't have to go through the trouble to dig yourself a hole. Because, you know, a lot of people, they dig themselves their own holes and then throw themselves down it. But if you get a pre-done hole, it's, hey, like, a lot less effort. No shovel required. There was a pun hiding in there somewhere, but you might have to dig it out. Uh-oh. He's looking a little pale. A lot pale. I don't think water's gonna do any good. He gone. A sad, sad moment. You know, this is the perfect time for me to mention something to completely ruin the mood. My mom used to work at a nursing home, and as part of that job, she'd often have to call up the coroner, which is basically the people that take away the body and dress it up for the funeral. And one time she called the local coroner, and she got put on hold, and the music was, another one's gone, and another one bites the dust, cha-cha. It was so inappropriate. It was ridiculous. My mom just had to bust out laughing. I laughed my ass off when she mentioned that story. That's not really the best of music for a coroner or anybody to do with like grave services or funeral home or anything like that. You know, I don't recommend having that on your answering machine. I mean, you could if you really just want to give somebody to crack a smile, but they may accuse you of being very insensitive. And I apologize if me cracking a joke in this particular situation offended you, but I kind of doubt if it did too much. I don't know. I like to lighten the mood. I don't really like having a real heavy mood too often if I can help it. So, I had to say something wrong and dug myself my own hole. Fortunately, I got somebody else to bury in it, so there we go. At least he's gonna have like the primest of prime real estate for graves, you know, right underneath the most awesome tree ever that cures people of their ailments. So anyway, when it comes to death, there's a lot of people with a lot of different philosophies on the subject. I generally like the sort of the philosophy that at least your body, if you allow it to decompose naturally, goes back into nature and helps fuel the rest of the life of the planet and nature just from its decomposing. Uh, Unfortunately, in the U.S., I don't even think it's legal to bury somebody without either embalming them or uh, cremating them. Speaking of cremating, there's a sign in town, and it's like cremation services, and it's got this old lady sitting there, staring in the sign at the words of cremation services. And she's got like a smile on her face or something. I'm like, how inappropriate is that? It reminds me of this one nursing home that my mom, she might have worked at. That's not too far away from here. The nursing home is literally right next to the graveyard, and it's a really large graveyard. It's completely surrounded. I mean, why would you want to go to a nursing home with that kind of view? It's like you're reminded every time you look out the window where you're going to end up. It's a terrible thing. I don't know why they do that, but I never heard anybody complain about it, except me. I just couldn't believe they did that. Oh well, at least they didn't have to take them very far. You know, just stick a little funeral shop next door, and you know, just wheel them right out their bedroom, right into the corners, and have a funeral, and throw them in the dirt. There you go. You have the whole thing done in one day. Just a couple hours, you're done. Damn. That was probably some of the most insensitive BS I've ever said on this subject, but you know me, I gotta try to make a sad situation at least somewhat humorous, if I can pull it off. Oh, one of our friends, apparently. I guess we made friends with the griffins somehow. We're gonna get a ride. It's so cute. I wonder if that griffin is part phoenix and it's the same one. I just doubt that's the case, but you never know. I don't think they share the same philosophy of being reborn from their ashes, but I honestly don't know griffin lore. Well, another cutscene of sort. This is going to be a bit of a view. Fortunately, the game's going to lag slightly. Alright. It's quite the view going on here. And that's that for the cutscene. well, hold on. There's another. Look at that. It's a rainy day outside. Kind of wish it was raining today. It hasn't been raining the last couple days, like pouring it down. Kind of hot in here. I mentioned that before. I practically had to swim to the car the other day. Twice. 2 days in a row. Got completely drenched. Accidentally left my sunroof open a bit too. Car was a little moist on the inside. Just a little bit. Well, I'm going to check the comments real quick while I can. Before we end this sucker. Alright, how are we doing, everybody? Let me scroll up a little on the comments. Dramatic. No! Terrible old music. Yeah, it was bad, wasn't it? Nothing offends me, I'm a troll. Yep, that's my wife. Bad game, save, dad, kill, bro. What? Okay. There's a cemetery near my mom's house, and the sign for the street into it says dead end. You don't say. Stomp on the dirt so the coyotes don't dig up the body. Great idea, Silverbolt. My dad was cremated and his ashes was sent into space. Oh yeah, that was my this would be my father-in-law. Yeah, we had SpaceX send the ashes up into space. Was that 2 years ago now? That was pretty cool. That's about it. Hey, bro. Silverbolt, that is. Alright, so, anyway. Now to face one of our fears shortly. And I gotta remember, I don't need to use both joysticks at this point. There's only one person here to control. So, we made it back home. And seem to be doing alright. Oh, gotta do some climbing on my own here. You know, you need to actually grab a hold of things when you do this. I love the rain. I even like the sound of in-game rain. It's very calming. I got a porch. It's covered, and I got a swing out there. I got off my grandma, and I guess you could say I inherited it from my grandma. And I like to go out there and sit in the swing while when it rains, especially at night. I don't do it all the time, but it's really nice when I do. It's good to have a hangout spot to calm down and chill. I'd like to have several, but I really only got a couple. That's pretty much the only one I think I got right now. Other than that, there's a spot out in the woods sometimes I go. It's a little hard to get to, but way up the hill here, and this crossways between two paths, there's a decent spot to sit down and enjoy nature. So, echoes of his mom. And we have to face the water. He's gonna go swimming. It's like, no, I don't want to do it. He's doing it anyway. Whoosh! Whoosh! You can do it, man. Face your fears, overcome them, and you'll be stronger for it. Push out on your own. You beat this boat. It didn't make it. Look at that. You're stronger than that boat ever was. Good job. Great job. So we could go home. Forget Paul. He'd be alright. Let's go over here and see if there's anything to see. I don't even know. I never did bother to go up here before. Since I finished the game, basically. I can't really see well enough. I could go across this bridge. check out Mom's grave. He's just gonna bow his head at it. He's tired or something. Very traumatized at this point. Nothing to do up here, I guess. Let's go save dear old Dad. So I actually went out to eat today with my father. And then he was thinking about buying a camper, so we went and swung by and looked at it. It was a pop-up camper. Well, they didn't want very much for it, but it really looked like the roof was going to leak, and it was not in the best of shape, so we didn't get it. Ah. Whoosh! There you can do it. Kind of interesting how this is working. I had to use both sticks as if both brothers were here. Or, both L buttons or something. Doing it again. Just gotta throw yourself up there. There you go. I used to be quite the jumper when I was a kid. When I was in elementary, there was this one particular thing you could, it was like really, really extremely tall monkey bars. I ended up spending the entire summer just jumping, trying to grab a hold of the top or the middle rung on them. And I ended up able to jump like 2 feet in the air by the end of the summer. Or actually, no, it was the end of the school year, not summer. Jeez. Just during recess. I think I was probably like... What grade was that? I don't know. It might have been 2nd or 3rd, or it might have been 6th or 7th. I can't remember. So long ago. Most likely 6th or 7th. So, did we make it? Or did Paul die? I don't remember. There's a pile of rocks there for some reason. So, let's walk up the stairs and see what is going to be the end of this mess. Nearly done with the game. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is a really good game. Though I think I've probably shown almost everything in the game. I don't know if there's really anything left. I'm not sure if I missed anything. So it looks like Paul made it. Good. Yay! I don't have to grow up all alone as an orphan. That would suck. Unless your parents are absolutely horrible, cherish them while you can. My parents are good enough. Well, my father, at least. Now that's quite the view. Look at that scene. With a pretty light in the back and everything. And there lies the problem with a culture that doesn't speak or write much language. Those graves appear to be generally unmarked. Man, he's had a lot of loss. That poor guy. So, sorry it was a sad game, but that's the way it went. Well, at least with me cracking jokes the whole time, it couldn't have been too bad. I kind of spoil the down mood pretty well. I'm always good at that. My wife accuses me of spoiling the mood all the time. She'll like start hugging on me and being lovey, and I'll fart real hard. Spoils the mood. So, well, there be the credits, and that'd be that. I don't know who any of these people are, like I would. Speaking of which, I don't remember where this game was made. Is this even an English game? It totally could have been made in a whole other country and you wouldn't even notice, besides the little bit of text on the menus. Ooh, a hiccup and a burp mix. But, I think... Was this made in Russia, or... Yeah, some of these people have very foreign names. Look at that. Hagen. Dan Hagen. With the funky symbol above the A. I'm not sure where this game was made. Anyway, if you really know, throw it in the comments if you know where this was made. Maybe it'll say something in here somewhere about it. I did at one point know, but... Nordstrom. With a name like that... Let's see, where's Andersell from? Is it, I don't remember the name of the country. One of the Viking countries, probably. I feel so bad. I can't remember the name of the countries over there right now. Oh well. I need to use some of those memory techniques on more of the things in my life. Because my memory is not the best. I wish it was better. Though, to be honest, it's not really that necessary that you remember everything you encounter. It's just... You look at so much stuff over the course of your life, you're bound to forget a lot of it. And a lot of it, like, you're never going to use, so I don't try to remember much. I suppose I'm lazy in every way. don't use me as a good example here. I'm not the best of role models in every manner, I can tell you that. Alright, well, anyway, music stopped, so let me check comments. Alright, see, the new Griffin is the other brother. Oh, maybe there was another, a brother Griffin. That's a good idea. Yep, you're welcome for sharing the game. It was a great game. Finland. Finland! Sweden! It was Sweden, there we go. There we go. I think it was in Sweden. Alright, so, many of those are Nordic names, yeah. Poor guy. Help me around water. That was a little wet. Yep, it was a little wet. Alright, well, anyway, join me next week. I don't know exactly what game I'll play, but I'll find a game. I have a game that I might just do. Unless something else comes up, I'll probably try a game I tried to do before. Let's minimize this sucker. Alright, go away, you. It was... let me just go ahead and do that. I believe it was called Dust and Elysian Tale. Yeah, right there. I got it. I'll make sure it actually works this time, because I had controller trouble with it last time. And we'll probably go about doing that next week. So, hope you enjoyed. This was an extra long stream by a bit. But, well, it's done and over. You know, I ain't gonna just let it hang in at the last scene, you know. But, that's that. And, feel free to check out my other videos. My Ultra Hardcore series is going pretty good. It's starting to wind down. We're getting, well, I think I'm about halfway done through that. I've got a bunch of other videos from various series going up. I'm finally getting towards the end of having a whole crap ton of various series going all at once, because I had way too many series going all at once. And some of them are winding down or getting closer to the end, so I don't have too many videos left pre-recorded now. I still got a lot, but not as many. I actually hadn't recorded anything hardly at all in the last 2 weeks because I've been working so hard. I just had a huge backlog of videos. But I should probably stop blabbing at you today and maybe make some more videos. Hello. I'll catch you guys next time. And remember, Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll see you there. Bye.